Guys, no, I went to the dentist, okay? And I had to get my face on them. So this is a recap that we're going to do because I missed the recaps for so long. So just enjoy yourself and listen to my beautiful list. So this is from yesterday, and Donald Trump puts on his USA cap. It's beautiful. Look at him. He flicks it and then he puts it on like a good boy. And so we're going to go back in time a little bit, and we're going to talk about all the things that I missed while I was out of town. So Donald Trump here is like, I used to be great friends with Elon. I really don't know what happened, because that's right. While I was out of town in Dallas, Donald Trump and Elon Musk had a little bit of a fight. A little bit of a breakup, okay? Mom and dad, they broke up. Have you seen my hat? Trump was right. Trump was right about everything. And I was right about everything. It's a big, beautiful bill. And if he doesn't agree with me, well, that's on Elon, okay? But he hasn't said anything bad personally about me. I think he's upset about the EV mandates because they say we got to get rid of them. We want gas cars. Now, I love Tesla, okay? But some people, they want gas cars. Elon wasn't very happy about this, and he decided he was going to go all over X and have a very public temper tantrum, okay? And finally, as a final blow to his relationship with Donald Trump, he was like, I'm going to bring up the files. The files that we still haven't been able to really see very much of, because all that stuff is redacted. But he's like, we're going to bring up the Jeffrey Epstein files. And I'm like, Elon, okay, you may be a pretty smart man. You may be able to catch rocket ships, okay? Elon, what are you doing? And he brings up this little piece right here. He posts this right here with the little emoji, with the little questioning emoji, okay? Donald Trump as a Jeffrey Epstein party. But I'm like, so is MSNBC, okay? I don't understand what's the problem here. If MSNBC can be documenting the Jeffrey Epstein party, then maybe we don't need to worry about Donald Trump being there. And I'm like, Elon Musk, you really want to do that? There's a little picture of you and Ghislaine Maxwell. If you want to go down that rabbit hole, we can go down it. Sometimes you're angry. You say things you don't mean. Greg knocked my hair last week, and I said, he's on the Epstein list. Yeah, you did. No, I didn't mean that. I made it up. How did you know, though? How did Musk know? No one knows what the list is. He didn't know. Yeah, nobody knows because of Pam. I'm like, Pam, Cass Patel, Bonzino, please do me a favor and release it, but you're kind of really disappointing me at this point. But just like, sometimes guys fight. Guys sometimes will punch you in the face, and then the next night you're having a beer, you sleep with your girlfriend, you patch things up. Really? Not your wife. Your girlfriend. Nobody slept with my girlfriend. Let's put it that way. Oh my word. These guys are like roommates. They were living in close quarters for like the first 6 months of the year. They're just blowing off steam. The issue is donor maintenance. This guy's a mega donor, so you don't want him accusing you of being, you know, a bad man. In regards to little kids, you don't want him calling for your impeachment. I hope he doesn't mean that. But maybe they can patch things up. I mean, Vance called Trump, you know, the salute man, and then he ended up on the ticket. Now, Peter Doocy brought this piece of paper to the press briefing room and said, it looks here like at the bottom, Joe Biden doesn't even know how to spell his name. Now, is the White House saying that the only pardon that would count is one that Joe Biden signed himself? Because this is the only one that looks like he actually signed it. Well, that does some very nice props, Peter. If you'd like to bring those to my office, that would be great. But the president brings up a good point, saying that we need to discuss the audit pen and who was running this country for the last 4 years. So Bernie Sanders was on Joe Rogan. So obviously we need to discuss it. What it says is you're a billionaire. You have the constitutional right. Your money is your freedom of expression. So you don't like Bernie Sanders, okay? Well, you can take your millions and billions of dollars and put it into a fund to share your freedom of expression that you don't like Bernie Sanders. It's your constitutional right, but it's the worst decision that the Supreme Court has ever made. And so Elon Musk, we can talk about Elon, I call him Elon. He spent $270 million to elect Trump. I think that's absurd for that to happen. What's the most someone donated to the Harris campaign? So they spent a lot of money on Harris as well. They spent $1.5 billion on her campaign. And of course, let's talk about it. I'm not here just to say it's Republicans doing that. Okay, so why don't I have Mr. Driving on? Well, Trump, my name is Trump, okay? If you've ever seen Meet the Parents, okay, and he can't say that word on the plane, I sent those to Iran. Yes, I know. People like to say Iran, but I say Iran. And they will be running, because that's my little threat that I'm making here in these 5 minutes when I'm addressing our country. I'm saying if you don't find peace, we're going to target more places in Iran. So you better change it from Iran to I'm running. And then this man is like, okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm going to go hit my Diet Coke pen one more time before I head to sleep. All right, bye-bye. But you guys know, Donald Trump likes to troll, so then he put this on his truth page, which is supposed to be Bob Ran. Bob Ran. But, you know, what does that sound like? It sounds like Bob Ran. I'm not even joking. It's on his truth social. Go take a look at that. Brothers and sisters, we cannot allow history to repeat itself. The United States faces enormous problems here at home. We should be spending our money and our manpower rebuilding America, not going into a war against Iran. And this man's wearing a fight the oligarchy t-shirt, so that should tell us everything. We need to fight the oligarchy. Mr. President, people are saying that Iran has violated the ceasefire. What do you have to say about this? Do you think they're still trying to find peace? I do. They violated, but Israel violated as well, too. Right after we made the deal, Israel decided they were going to drop stuff on Iran, too. The biggest load that we've ever seen. It was a very big load, so I'm not happy about it. When I say that we've got 12 hours, you don't go out in that first hour and drop everything that you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm going to be really unhappy if Israel goes out again this morning. What we have is we have two countries. They've been fighting for so long they've been fighting that they don't know what the fuss is doing. Do you understand that? And as I always say, thank you for your attention to this matter.